Hey guys, what's up? It's Andrew, and we got a couple channel updates to talk about today. I guess you could say this is a little vlog and update video. First thing I want to talk about is thank you guys for 7,500 subscribers. That's a big milestone for me. That's 3/4 of the way to 10,000, which is very nice. Of course, many of those subscribers are inactive, as they would for really any channel as old as mine. I've been making videos for about 10 years now, so definitely some people are not around anymore, and some people don't play old school. But I guess you'd say like views to subscriber ratio is still fine. Surprisingly, I'm still getting like 1,000 views per video, which is something I don't even really deserve, because if you take as long as a break as I did, took a break like for maybe around a month during the summer. You can pretty much expect everyone to be gone, and a lot of you guys are still here, which is really nice. Even today, like in the clan chat, we got 11 people in there right now, so that's really nice to see. And yeah, so other things to talk about is I got my Twitter name, which is really surprising. I don't think any of you guys really care about this, but I did make a video a few weeks ago talking about a major name change for the channel. I used to go by Andrew AJT62 for everything, and I changed everything to Andrew AJT. But the issue was the Twitter name was already taken. It'd been taken by some old guy from like 2009, and I had asked him if he could change his Twitter name so I could take his, and he said no. But then the other day I just decided, let me ask again, and I'll just explain to him that, like, hey, if you change your Twitter name, it doesn't actually, like, I'm not asking for your account or anything. You'll get to keep all your followers and all that stuff. He's like, all right, sure, I'll give you my name. And yeah, he gave it to me. So the good news is now is that everything is exactly the same. The Twitter, the Twitch, and the YouTube are all Andrew AJT, just Andrew AJT in the URLs. So like youtube.com/Andrew AJT, Twitch TV/Andrew AJT, and twitter.com/Andrew AJT. So that's really nice to see, for me at least. I'm very like OCD about these things, so kind of a nice thing. I guess the moral of the story is sometimes all you have to do is ask nicely. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. I will say that the clan chat is still Andrew AJT62, and that's just because I have that burned into so many old videos, just with like Camtasia icons and stuff. And I don't know, maybe someday Jagex will make a update where like you can redirect people, because right now if you go to the Andrew AJT channel, the best I can do is say you're in wrong CC, and then hopefully they can figure it out from there. But yeah, so not really a way I can change that unless we did want to move to the new one, which again, a lot of people would have trouble finding it if they're coming here from old videos. I'll probably make the other video with the name change unlisted, because it does talk about having a different Twitter name, and yeah, that should pretty much cover everything from there on out with the name changes. I don't expect anything to change anytime soon. So the other thing I want to talk about is, yes, I did create a Patreon, and this is something I was kind of on the fence about for a while now, but I think it's really not unreasonable for a channel my like medium to small size to have one. I've seen channels that are much smaller than me have one, and people don't seem to mind, so that's one thing to think about. But another reason is that there's of course the YouTube adpocalypse situation going on, and people are looking for ways outside of YouTube to support people, because YouTube has been demonetizing a ton of videos recently that are considered not ad friendly for one reason or another, because something they have in the tags, or something they say in the video, even if they just say a curse word in the video, sometimes that'll be picked up and demonetized. So I don't ever really want to have to make videos around that system. But to be fair, the system hasn't really affected me too much. Most of my videos are still monetized, but it could in the future, because the videos that are considered not eligible for monetization is always increasing. More and more things, like for example, maybe next week YouTube could say that, like, oh, we're not going to monetize any videos anymore that have the word PKing in them, because that's considered killing, even though it's in an online game. So that's just something that could happen, so it's always good to branch out from YouTube a little bit in that sense. And to talk about the money I make from monetization, it's really not a whole lot. So like, for example, most of the money I made over the summer went into getting the Blue Yeti microphone, which I still have to set up. It's been a hassle trying to figure out optimal settings for that. But that's just like one example. And like another thing, maybe a new headset. Like my headset broke last year. I had to get a new one of the same model. It's actually a pretty good headset, and I'd use it for like 3 years. But things like that, and like maybe it'll help me pay for gas as well. My car is awful on gas, and Yeah, so the money I make from YouTube is very small. It's not really anything significant. I guess the most significant thing about it is it might be the difference from me while I'm at school having to work like a part-time job on the side, like maybe working at McDonald's or something pointless like that. Not to denigrate anyone who does, but like that's not a very fulfilling job, I think I would say. And being able to make these videos and entertain at least some people on my spare time instead of working something like that is a little bit nice for me, I guess, to know that I'm doing something like productive like that. And yeah, YouTube, like if I'm ever feeling down and I make a YouTube video, I feel way better because I know I'm being productive. It's something like good to do, I guess. So yeah, that's just a little bit I want to talk about with that. So just to show you guys the Patreon, I don't expect many people or any people at all to really jump on this, but just want to show you guys it. So basically you can donate a certain amount per month, however much you want, and I'll actually give you a few things in return. So for example, I kind of based it around the Twitch subscriber system, so like you can donate like $5 per month, and if you really want to go crazy, if you donate like $7 per month, I'll list you as like the sponsor for a video every month. And yeah, you'll also get Discord roles, so I made a few here, like Patreon Silver subscriber, that'd be $2 a month, Gold subscriber, that's like $5 a month. So if anyone wants to, they can support me on here, but again, it's really not necessary. I'm not going to be surprised if the amount of people who do, or if no one does at all, is kind of small. So yeah, I just want to have that option. You know, if people want to support me, they have this option now, whereas they didn't before. And it is good to branch out a little bit with the changes that YouTube is always making. And again, speaking of Twitch, it's not unreasonable because, for example, on Twitch, when Twitch started, you needed to, if you wanted to have a sub button, you needed like 1,000 viewers every single day streaming for years at a time, and then maybe you'd be eligible for a sub button. Now if you want a sub button on Twitch, you just need to have like 3 or 4 viewers. You need to do like 5 or 6 streams per month. It's extremely easy. So you could almost think of the Patreon that I have now as the equivalent of that. You know, maybe Twitch is something I will branch out to more in the future. Just right now, Twitch is very time consuming, so I don't necessarily have time for that. Although we do need to do a boss mask soon. I was thinking of Dagannoth Kings. But I love this OS Buddy thing, by the way, where it tells you when the spot changes. I get a little notification sound in Windows. But yeah, that's really all there is to talk about with the Patreon. So I'll link this in the description if you guys want to check it out. You'll get a Discord role, and depending on what type of patron you become, you can be a sponsor of some of my videos. But I don't want to push this too hard. Like, I'm not going to spend every video talking about, like, oh, you got to sign up on Patreon, blah, blah, blah. This is just something I'll mention at the end of videos, and if people want to, they can support me, but I'm not going to judge anyone for not supporting me. And another advantage as well is because if you have patrons, they can be very good people to talk to in terms of feedback for videos. So like these would definitely be like the first people that I'd want to talk to in terms of like trying to figure out how I can change or improve my videos. But I'll of course be, nice voice crack, I'll of course be asking everyone that in the future, and really I'm not going to put the people who do support on Patreon on like a higher pedestal or whatnot. I really don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's really going to do it for this video, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Of course, you can join the clan chat, Andrew AJT62. As always, you can join the Discord, as I show you guys here. It's still doing pretty well. Always have a decent amount of people in here, so thank you guys for everyone for that. And you can follow the updated Twitch and Twitter links in the description. And I actually just watched a video on YouTube algorithm. They made a whole series explaining it from like YouTube themselves, and they did say that like likes and comments actually do help your video in the algorithm. So thank you guys for all that, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to put another video up maybe next weekend, or rather this weekend. I do have some exams this week, as I mentioned, which actually I had one and another one to go. The first one went pretty well, so hopefully the second goes well as well, if that makes any sense. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. You guys are the best, and I will see you guys soon.